Before we enter our next topic, it's really important that you understand linear equations. So here's your quick crash course in this concept, since you may have forgotten some of your Algebra 1 and 2 knowledge. So linear equations can be written in the form of y equals mx plus b, and m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. So the slope, again, is the steepness of the line, and the y-intercept, or b, is where it crosses the y-axis. So here's a quick example. Suppose that the water level of a river is 34 feet and that it is receding at a rate of 0.5 feet per day. Write an equation for the water level L after d days. So I'm going to put capital L equals, so the level is equal to, well, what's my slope? My slope is the rate of change. It's receding, meaning it's going to be dropping, so negative 0.5 feet per day. So negative 0.5 feet per day, but it started at 34 feet. Okay, some kids think it makes a little more sense to write it begins at 34 and it's dropping 0.5 per day. Okay, so either of those is acceptable. This way just matches slope-intercept form. And how many days will the water level be 26 feet? So how do you get this? You simply substitute 26 right here, and you're going to solve your equation using your Algebra 1 skills. So if I subtract 34 from each side, that produces negative 8 is equal to negative 0.5d. If we divide both sides by negative 0.5, that produces d equals positive 16. So it would be after 16 days. The second example is a little more complicated. A caterer charges $180 to cater a party for 15 people and $260 for 25 people. Assume that the cost y is a linear function of the number of people x. So that tells me that I have some ordered pairs here, but x is the people, so it would be 15, comma, $180. And my other point would be 25 people, $260. We need to write an equation, so that means we need to find our slope. So our slope would be the difference in the y's over the difference in the x's. So if I do 260 minus 180 divided by 25 minus 15, I get 80 over 10, which reduces to 8. So my slope is 8. I still need to find my y-intercept. You're then going to choose your favorite point, doesn't matter which one. I'm going to choose 25, 260, and I'm going to substitute my values into m, x, and y. And b is my variable, so I need to solve for b. This would be 200, 8 times 25. Then I subtract 200 from each side, and I get 60 equals b. So my equation, just zoom out a little bit here, would be y equals 8x plus 60, right? Now, the most important part here is, what does the slope mean in the context of the problem? So that's our 8. What does that 8 mean? Well, sometimes it's helpful if you look back at where you calculated slope, and the y value was dollars, right? And the x value was person, so this would be $8 over person. So I think that tells you that it's charging $8 per person. An alternate way to say this, which will help you get ready for what we're going to do in stat, is to state your explanation as, for each additional person, or each one additional person that's added to your guest list, the caterer will charge $8 more. Next, we're asked, what does the y-intercept mean? So our y-intercept was 60, okay? So that's always like your initial fee or your starting point. And remember, as a ordered pair, it's 0, 60. So to think about it like that, 0 people, $60. Sometimes it helps you put it into a sentence. So for me, this would be, if 0 people attend, you're going to get charged $60. So what does that mean? Well, in the context of this problem, it would have to be that there's some sort of fee just for using this catering company. So I've stated that the caterer charges a $60 additional fee.